Hello, welcome to your 2018 New Year of the Dog predictions. If you want to get straight to your reading, feel free to skip past this intro. So as an update, I haven't posted to my channel for the past couple of months because I moved over the holidays and I took January to unpack and comfortably settle into my new place. I am excited to say that I'm now able to begin posting monthly forecast videos again. So this month of February has already been a very active month. I'm filming these videos on the day of the Chinese New Year, ushered in today on February 16th, which really comes at an advantageous time of change this year. This is because directly following Valentine's Day, we had the new moon solar eclipse in Aquarius on the 15th. We had already experienced the full moon lunar eclipse on January 31st. Eclipses happen twice a year and they come in pairs 2 weeks apart. They tend to bring shifts in our life circumstances, which is a necessary function in order to grow and move forward. Sometimes these changes can be interpreted as being sudden or unexpected. However, really most likely they are the result of a longer term sort of underlying energy that has come to a culminating point of manifestation, and that is brought out at this time of the eclipses. So in this reading, we will be looking at the tarot to show the energetic focal point of the solar eclipse for your sign after the yearly predictions. So 2018 is the year of the Earth dog. Earth has qualities of being effectively communicative, serious, and responsible in work, and the dog makes a loyal companion to friends, family, colleagues, and lovers. Overall this year, we will experience themes of trust in our associations, as well as the ability to draw in true friends and reliable partners. Dog energy gives honesty and fair actions. It can bring popularity in social circles. It lends advice and help to others and can fix bad habits or bad associations. For these video forecasts, I want to draw cards for the entirety of the new year, separate from the more immediate concentrated energy of the solar eclipse. So I will be doing these readings in 2 parts, each with a different focus. These, of course, are general readings based upon either your sun, moon, or ascendant. So if you would like a personalized reading, please contact me through my website, SunGoddessAshley.com. Okay, so let's get started with your readings. Sagittarius, let's see what the year of the dog has in store for you. So for this video, I'm using the Connolly Tarot deck, and I'm also drawing from the medicine cards and the secret language of color cards. So I want to focus on this year by pulling 12 cards, 1 card for each month. I'm going to be including January and February, even though we're already midway through February. I think it's important to see how the energy progresses and just get the overall picture of the whole year. Okay, so show me the cards for Sagittarius. What's the year going to be like for Sag? January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. Classic. That's the first thing that I heard when I was laying out this cards. It's like classic, like new beginnings, new starts, thinking about something, going for it. Everything looks like it's sort of in order and in step. It doesn't feel like a lot of really crazy detours this year, which is a good thing to see right off the bat. So you have everything pretty much in order, structured. You have the 4 of Pentacles, which is like solid steps, like everything is sort of paved for you. It's like one step in front of the other, and it's like you already know what to do. It's not like there's going to be a big mystery. I'm not seeing a lot of really contemplative or introspective cards like the Moon or the Hermit or the High Priestess or, you know, anything like that. It all feels very outwardly expressive, dynamic, and active, and you're going to achieve and accomplish a lot. So that's the main gist. I am seeing 3 aces. Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. So, and it feels like it's right around, like, you know, the turning of the seasons. So it's like, you know, spring, summer, fall, or whatever. It feels like there's like very clear, definite beginnings. And I get that it's attributed more to like the seasons. So anyway, you have the Fool card for January. So it looks like we started again classically the year with a fresh, clean slate, a new start. I see you at a crossroads and you're sort of going, well, I don't know how the year is going to look, but I'm just going to go for it. And whatever happens, happens. And it's having sort of like that innocent, like, all like innocent faith where it's like you just sort of, you don't know like logically that you're going to get to your destination, but it's somehow it's like you just sort of know internally, like spirit is telling you, like, whatever road I take, I'm going to get there. It's just the path is going to look different, but I'll get to my destination. I will get to that. I will get there. So again, having faith, and it's open, it's optimistic for the year, really. And because of that faith, inspiration, something comes in pretty suddenly here. Ace of Wands is something new and exciting. You're like, yay, I'm glad I chose this path because there's some new adventure. February looks like aces again are new beginnings. You have 3 of them. Wands is fun, inspired, it's active, it's hot, it's passionate, it's exciting. It's just like yay, hooray. So there's something new that you like. Okay. We don't exactly know what that is because it's pretty vague here. It's showing us a new beginning, new start. Page of Swords is like, okay, you're looking over the details, you're researching, you're figuring out, you're finding out what's possible. So you have this inspiration. You're like, now how can I make it into reality? Let me figure it out. So I do see lots of communication, reading, research, stuff like that, and you're planning. And I feel like there's a pretty quick turnaround too, because it just looks like it's like it's a quick turnaround. So you have the new year, which is open to all of these available, you know, potential. There's open potential for you, open possibilities. You choose one, you go with your first instinct, you plan out how to do it, and then there you are. You're achieving your goal already. And it just looks like it's a very smooth, open path for you. Not a lot of obstacles in the way. I mean, if you reach your goal in a very timely manner, I mean, I think that's a good thing. You're like, wow, I didn't have to struggle. Easy come, you know, to you. So you have the 9 of Cups then, which is like, hooray, I'm loving life. Like, that was fast. That was easy. And I see you're like, wow, that's really cool. I really like what I have achieved here, what I have manifested. This is the wish card. And you're wishing for more. I see you're wishing for more of that feeling that produced you with. Not so much the tangible results, as much as the feeling it gave you. The Judgment card is about things coming again full circle, things coming up from the past. It's a card of renewal. You may be renewing something this year. It could be, I'm hearing membership. You may be renewing a gym membership or something like that too. Something like that. But yes, that's coming up in June. Just stuff from the past that you're tending to the details. It feels like, again, then you have like a new thing to do because something comes from the past. It's like a new project to then work on. Something that you're renewing. And I see you working on it very well. You have the Ace of Pentacles turns into the 3 of Pentacles again. So it's like sort of immediate results from you just starting and doing something. I see it here. There's like 2 months lagging behind, but that's a really quick turnaround. I see you having some time to sort of bask in that energy, not doing anything. Then there's something that comes up, you take another project, then you get together your people and you sort of make it happen. And you know, I do see that this one feels like smaller, more manageable success. This one feels like a bigger picture success that comes full picture, like full circle. Then in September, you've got the Eight of Swords. So then I feel like you're a little bit confused on how to move forward. It's like you actually have some concrete things to do. And one births to three, and it's like, you know, all of a sudden then you have three projects sort of thing. And I see you being overwhelmed with like all the details then. But you're just like, okay, I'm just gonna just do it. So you have two eights together, which is equally matched energy. So for every problem, you find a practical solution. Knocking out challenges just one step at a time, which is sort of that one foot in front of the other. That was that image that I was getting with the Four of Pentacles here. You have the Ace of Swords at in November, so you have another new idea. It's like you have a lot of ability to just to knock out any problem. I don't see there being a lot of time where you're sort of wasting. You find solutions to your problems, quote unquote. They're not even really problems, they're just challenges to rise to the occasion and conquer. And that's what I'm sort of seeing you do, like right after another. Ace of Swords is a new idea. You're going, okay, that was easy. And it's underneath the Page of Swords and the Ace of Swords. So new things under new ideas. I read the cards this way and also like to read them this way, just to get some extra information. The Queen of Cups then comes in. I feel like this is actually a new friend. It's a new person. It's a new friend for you. That's the sense that I'm getting. Not really getting too much on her. It's kind of far out here and there's not a lot of other details. But I feel like she's a helpful person. She's also very successful, but she's not in like a flashy way. In a very sort of subtle and like humble way. So this is what I'm seeing for your year, Sagittarius. I do want to pull a color card. I thought this was fun. It has been fun actually so far. You know, the yearly spreads are really my favorite to do. I like looking at things from like an aerial perspective, like long pictures, so that you can see like themes and trends. You get sort of lost in the forest from the trees when you're too like analyzing and dissecting things. It helps to have like an aerial view. You get the big picture, you get the big themes, and then it gives you sort of the free will to work within that. So anyway, these are my favorite readings to do, the yearly spreads. So this has been fun. Here it is to pull a color to see what color energy you can focus on. I'm laughing because it's the rainbow. So you have all of the colors. Like, I don't feel like this year is gonna suck for you. Okay, but it does look like what is the rainbow is like promises. You're following through with your promises. You're getting a lot done. You're sort of conquering the world this year. It looks wonderful. Just generally for the sign of Sagittarius. Now, whether or not that's your rising, your sun, your moon sign, I don't know how it's personally going to look for you, but just the sign in general, there's like a lot of really good luck, good fortune things. Connect to spirit and nature. Connect to spirit and nature. You're focusing on all of the colors this year. Okay, so that's non-specific. A rainbow is a blend. Since I don't actually have these memorized, I'm going to read from the book. This excerpt is very short though. So Rainbow Ray is a combination of many colors together, making it a very powerful and regenerating energy to work with. Rainbow allows you to lighten up and feel happier and more alive. It also opens the mystical realm, connecting you to spirit, fairies, angels, and your creativity. Allow rainbow rays to lead you into the realm of fairies. That's whimsical. So go to a park, look around, and find a tree that attracts you. Stand still and focus within, feeling the tree's pull as it beckons you. Walk over to the tree and place your arms around it. Feel its connection to the earth and the other trees, to the world. Allow some of the tree's divine energy to pour into your body, fill you up, and awaken your own divinity. Walk around the park, smell the flowers, and listen to the birds singing. Smile as you take in the beauty of nature. Visualize a rainbow and allow it to bathe your body, strengthening your connection to nature and the divine. Then ask the rainbow rays to connect you to the fairy nature kingdom. You may start to notice sparkling lights around the flowers. Talk to the fairies and ask them to help you in any areas of your life where you need assistance, as they are great at manifesting. Say, Divine Intelligence, please allow me to connect to the fairy kingdom to awaken my vitality, aliveness, and divinity. So I love that. I think it's very whimsical, very playful. And I do get that if it's not specifically fairies, then it can also be angels, your spirit guides, connecting to God, Goddess, the Great Mother, the Divine Mother, Mother Nature, all of that. Just something like source energy, however you want to connect, in that sense. I'm also getting about the part about the trees and being in nature is like trees come from the earth. They're so planted. It's such a solid thing. And we make our houses to sort of emulate trees, to be the solid structure on land. Even though it doesn't grow from the land, it gives us a feeling of protection and structure and safety. So being around trees that are so deeply rooted, they're like connected to the earth. They're not going to blow away. They're not going anywhere. And that sense of how they reach out to the sky is almost like us, like being connected to nature, rooting ourselves, grounding ourselves in nature, and opening up to like spirit coming through is almost acting like a conduit of spirit through a channel. So you could be a channel for great change in the world this year, in your personal life, of course, but also just all of the things that you're able to accomplish this world, doing it for good and for the betterment of everyone by being this like channel of like divine power that just comes streaming through you. I see that this to me is like the miser card, which holds on tightly things. That's a traditional viewpoint. I was seeing it mean something different in your spread, and I interpret it as that. But one of the things is like that I'm seeing in this card is like being firmly connected, 2 feet on the ground, and having these two pentacles up here, which would be like that rainbow energy coming in through, and you being that divine, that channel for change. Change likes to stir things up, but it looks like you get, you're efficient. Okay, so I want to also draw from the medicine cards deck because it is the year of the dog, and I like the theme of the animals, animal spirits, animal totems, and also connecting to spirit and nature. That's what I was getting with like the animal totems as well. We have opossum. So also, because I don't have this memorized, I'm going to read from the book. And if you want to skip past this part because it's a little bit longer, I'm going to be pulling cards for the eclipse energy after this part. So if you want to hear it, feel free to listen. So it starts off with a poem. Opossum, roll over. Are you really dead? Or just playing possum? Was it something I said? So opossum's greatest form of protection is to play dead. In doing this, a possum confuses a predator into believing that the game is over. Oftentimes, the confused rival walks away or looks in the other direction for a moment, and a possum runs to safety. Possum medicine uses a great deal of strategy. If all else fails, it plays dead. It has the ability to fight with its claws and teeth, but it rarely uses this form of protection. Instead, the supreme strategy of diversion is constantly employed when things get a little too hard to handle. A possum has developed in an act that would receive an Academy Award in the animal kingdom. The musk of the death scent is excreted at will, adding to the master play that sends enemies on many trails of confusion. If a possum is turned up in your cards, you are being asked to use this strategy in some present situation. Rely upon your instincts for the best way out of a tight corner. If you have to pretend to be apathetic or unafraid, do it. Oftentimes, if you refuse to struggle or show that hurtful words bother you, your taunter will see no further fun in the game. Warriors have used opossum medicine for centuries, playing dead when the enemy nears and outnumbers them. Then, in a flash, when the enemy is least expecting it, the war cry is heard. The fright of this serves to further confuse the unsuspecting opposition. Victory is sweet when the strategy is one of mental as well as physical prowess. Opossum may be relaying to you that you are to expect the unexpected and be clever in achieving your victory. This could be a victory over a bothersome salesman or a nosy neighbor. In essence, Opossum is beckoning you to use your brain, your sense of trauma and surprise, to leap over some barrier to your progress. That's a fun energy to have as your animal totem this year. Taking people by surprise. You may just do that. The one thing that I really like is how many different areas of your life you do achieve new things. So it looks like you're making a lot of strides. I didn't really see a lot of opposition. Not really with the Eight of Swords. Maybe with the Chariot, because this card sort of meets the opposition head first and is determined to dominate over that in any way possible. So I did see that a little bit in April. Okay, so for this part, now that we have an idea of what the year will look like for your sign, let's focus on the energy of the eclipses. So I'm going to be drawing 2 cards for the lunar and solar eclipses that just happened, and a card for what energy you can use to bring in for March, for Sagittarius. Okay, well, that card definitely wanted to come out. I didn't cut the cards yet. Okay. Okay, so there's lots of swords. There's all swords, actually. Okay, 2, a 9, and a 3. I'm hearing the word square when it comes to this, and I'm trying to interpret what does the meaning square mean to me. Oh my gosh, there's the tree that we were reading about in the rainbow card being connected to the earth. In order to make your decision, you have to be firmly rooted in something that convicts you. So if you don't actually believe in it, you're not going to be able to convince yourself otherwise. I'm still wondering what square means. I'm seeing a square box over here. And maybe that's in. Maybe someone is boxing you in. Maybe you feel boxed in. Maybe it's just as simple as that. See if that message comes through here in a little bit. But that's what I'm getting for the lunar eclipse energy that passed. Is like not being able to make a choice if you don't truly believe in it. Okay, and then the 9 of Swords. This looks intense for the new year. The 9 of Swords, fraught with worry about the future, which is the complete antithesis of what I was seeing in January with the Fool card, which is sort of open, you know, innocent, like whatever comes, it's okay. He doesn't fret about the future. This to me is worry, excessive worry about the future. It's doing the what ifs. So maybe this is like a warning sign to not do that so that you can have peace of mind. It also just looks like, to me, this is like, oh my God, the sky is falling cards. There may have been something extreme that happened just like, around this time. The eclipse was like 2 days ago. So again, overthinking things and maybe dealing with some terrible event that happened. It's causing you to sort of think your way through it. And it's also, again, the what ifs card. So I do see that this is a stress. You're bringing in stress into March. Okay. I don't feel like you're going to sit and wallow in this uncomfortable energy. I do feel like you're going to find something to pull you out of it. There is a solution here, and it's by your foot. And what's interesting to me is I see the choice here, that having to make one decision or another, choosing one, sticking with it, But then you have the 2 and the 1 that make the 3 here. So it's like cutting through that decision to see what is the truth. You do have this sort of uncanny ability to sort of seek out the truth in a matter, no matter how painful it is or how uncomfortable it makes you or other people. You do speak the truth, and I do feel like you sort of cutting through this sort of stagnant energy that's like, well, maybe I shouldn't do anything. And it's like, no, you're going to do something, even though you might be going, what happens if I do that? And it may upset you or other people. I get there's a sense that it's like you're worried about hurting other people with this decision that you have to make, but you're having to make that decision and just throw the what if out the window. You don't actually know until it happens. But yeah, this is what I'm seeing for the eclipse energy for you. If you can relate to this, you know, in your own specific circumstances, then great. Lots of swords. But I'm hearing truth with this. Okay, so here's your message. Then I didn't actually explain. I wanted to close off your reading by drawing a Lover's Oracle card. It's just a nice, concise message to sort of close your reading. So this is what it looks like. And it says, why are the phrases goodbye, I'm sorry, and I love you so easy to pronounce and yet so hard to say? If you've been putting off sharing your truth with someone because you're afraid it will hurt them, now is the time. You cannot wait any longer. Okay, so yeah, this was full on. It looks like overall you're going to have a wonderful year. Lots of new things coming in. I just see like the road is open for you. You have like unlimited possibilities of what you can achieve this year. You're going to have a lot of luck through that. So yeah, it looks like a good year for you, Sagittarius. I hope this was helpful and entertaining to watch. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, leave a like. If you like the content of my channel, feel free to subscribe. Otherwise, I'll see you in the upcoming videos. Until then, take care and be well.